What's up, Internet? My name's Nerdy, and it is time to end the Syrup Village arc. This is One Piece, episode 18, the finale of Syrup Village, and then the defense of Syrup Village arc, because I think this arc is great, and at the end of the video, I'm going to lay out why, and you're maybe going to watch that, or you're going to click up, because you're just here to watch me go, ooh, ah, bing, bang, walla walla, bing, bang. You know what I mean? This is a edited version on YouTube, but you can go to patreon.com/nerdynightly and get an unedited, full-length reaction over there, because that's where we post them. Let's do this. I'm excited, y'all. I'm feeling it. But I'm so confused, because how is there still an episode in this arc? You know what I mean? How?
お前たちな、ちょっとは人のことに関心持ってよ。できた見ろどうだいいだろ
It's something.
の象徴なんだぜ。
確かに恐怖を感じるけどね。
Fear of your talent. Boom, roasted. Okay. That's clean.
結構うまいじゃない。
ああ、いいね。気に入ったぞ。
That's pretty slick. There we go. Fixed. And fixed.
これで海賊船ゴーイングメリー号の出来上がりだ
I've never really understood pirates who are like, we're gonna make it very clear that we're pirates. Like the top sail, having that be a pirate sail, you can take that down easily. But if your full sail is a pirate sail, you're kind of put yourself in a difficult position.
伝説の宝島よ。
伝説の宝島聞いたことあるぞ
Legendary Treasure Island. All right. Isn't this... Are they going to the One Piece right now?
どんな噂あの島に近づく者は神の怒りに触れるって。
Oh, great. Gotta love God's wrath.
行くぞ宝島
Are there ever shots in the show of Luffy actually helping them sail? Or is it always them sailing and Luffy's just on the ship being like, we're going over there, we're going over there, we're going over there. I don't think Luffy knows how to tie a knot, is what I'm saying.
ある海賊は夜中に突然顔がイノシシに変わってしまったとか、自分のひげがどんどん伸びていき、蛇のように首に絡まって。
Oh. Okay. So it's all facial hair related, is what I'm hearing. It is the island of weird facial hair.
俺は寝る。
よくこんな不気味なところで眠れるな
I wish I could fall asleep that quickly. Holy shit, I'm jealous. Also, this is very much feeling like an episode of Scooby-Doo. What the fuck is happening?
これは
Does this island slowly turn people into mashups of animals from Logan Paul's Crypto Zoo? Did they land on Crypto Zoo Island? Yup. I'm calling it, Logan Paul. I see you. Give those people back their money. They were humans? Is this a crossover with Full Metal Alchemist?
動くなと言ったろ。
神様とやらピストル撃ってもこの人には効かないわよ。
でもびっくりするから嫌だ
But they surprise me. You can shoot me, but don't surprise me.
神様
Oh, it's Fred Flintstone.
早く起こせ。起こせっつうの。
人間だわ。
面白いたわしか
Someone in the chat is gonna be like, just so you know, that bush is actually his hair. Bye. As Luffy casually just kills this man. He saves him. Just existing around Luffy is a constant nightmare.
20年も経った
なんだこいつ。
もっと早く気づけ。
Notice sooner.
まさか本気であのグランドラインに入るつもりじゃ。
グランドラインの海図も持ってる。
甘く見るんじゃねえ。あそこは地獄か墓場だ。
Oh, is this part of the syrup arc because it's a setup thing? This is the end of like the setup of the show, and he gives the final information for them.
誰か探したのかな。下には船長が一月ずっといたけど。
Is he gonna fall down into that chest and get stuck? The empty one that's right there. Oh, okay.
こんなところに、おーいみんな。
How did I know?
その時で箱にはまったのは。
How did I know?
お前海賊専門の泥棒だよな。
あんた失礼ね。私だって場をわきまえてるわ。
What do you mean what's appropriate, what's not? This is your whole thing, Nami. Dude, what the fuck is that? Steal from the pirate. That's like your personality. Okay, the giant turtle cow is definitely weird. So do they not explain where these animal hybrids come from?
ロケットー！
Did he overshoot? Oh no, he fucking nailed it.
嫌だね。渡したくねえ。
何バカなこと言ってんのよ。
Luffy, what are you doing?
なるべく考えないようにしてたんだ
Oh, I get it.
が。ないんだろう、中身が。
ああ、全部空っぽだ。
お前、俺を誘ってくれるのか。今までこの姿を見て。
Luffy's a good dude. You know what I mean? I'm not sure I want this guy to go with them. He's a little annoying, but Luffy's a good dude.
本当にこの島に残るのか、青さん。
Yeah.
俺には他に守りたいもんがあるんだ。
守りたいもの？
These weird fucking animals.
ことも嬉しいことも分け合った。離れ。
The elephant is so horrifying.
まあおっさんが一番珍獣だけどな。
なんだと
What a weird episode of TV. I love that arcs just end with everybody standing around laughing by the ship. The end of last episode, they were like, I'm the captain now. Ha 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 ha. All right, I think that that's in the Syrup Village arc. Because where else do you put it? It's kind of just like a cute one-off. It's a little adventure they go on in the middle of something. It was cute. I love that they didn't explain. I thought they were going to explain where those animals come from, because there's magic in this world, right? Like, Luffy is an inherently magical character. So it's not like I'm like, wait, there's magic in this world? There's magic in the world. There's magic, sea monsters, whatever. I just love... Because here's the thing. It doesn't look like there are other animals that are, like, boinking to create those. So, like who is the hippo gorilla's dad and mom? It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. It's a kid's show. Kind of. It's not really. All right. That was fun. I'm happy we have the crew together. I love that Zoro just goes and sleeps places. He's a very weird dude, but he's good with a sword. I'm hopeful that we're gonna learn more about him next. It seems like his is the character that needs a little bit more. We just know that he's a pirate hunter who's now a pirate, but like I need a little bit more backstory from him, and I hope that's the direction we're going now, right? Because he seems like the one who is the most like, I want to be the greatest swordsman ever, and that's kind of what we know about him. And I'm hot. Those are the two things. As far as everyone else goes, having super good times. But Luffy and Usopp to me are the heroes of the show at the moment. Nami, I'm excited for her greediness to be either explained or to be a detriment that she learns from. It's gonna go one of those two paths, I think. But let's get into the Syrup Village arc, right? This is the defense of the Syrup Village arc. I'm not really going to defend this episode. This is a goofy one-off that I don't think is... Other than learning a little bit more about the Grand Line and a little bit more adding to the legend of the Grand Line and going there and what that means. And also the fact that Luffy can't read sea charts, which you would think he would have learned as a wannabe pirate. They don't know directions. They don't read sea charts. The only person who does is Nami. But she's the one I trust the least right now. She's the one I could see like leaving next episode and being like, I'm going to go do my own thing. She will split the party. The Syrup Village arc is important to One Piece, and this is my essay. Not really. It's just a few points I want to make. Because next week we're going to start whatever's next. I don't know what's next. But the arc is about the start of the show. We had our like session 0 arcs. If I reference D&D a lot because it's like my favorite thing and I'm a little obsessed with it. But we had our session 0 arcs where we learned about our characters. We met some people. We met our probably big bad in Buggy, or at least the big bad for a while. It definitely seems like he's going to be a recurring evil character on the show, or antagonistic. He's not really, he's evil, but like I don't think he's always going to be evil. It seems like he's going to be more a rival of Luffy's. But we had these kind of session 0 arcs, and what the show needed in order to launch into the actual show, the long-term storytelling that it wants to be, was to set up not just that Luffy wants to find the One Piece, but the kind of man he wants to be while doing it. It's really important for shows to have that in their main character, and I think that the Syrup Village arc does such a good job of pitting his ideology against Klahadore Kuro's ideology around what it means to be a pirate, what it means to have a crew, what it means to treat your crew a certain way. And in taking the entirety of this Syrup Village arc, the 9 to 18 of the show, to tell the story of two very different captains as they butt heads against each other, one who does it with honor and with character and with friendship, and the other who does it purely for selfish reasons and purely with the ideology of using other people for your own personal success. And pitting those two things against one another while also introducing Usopp as this character who is the definition of character, is the definition of heart, who is a liar, but who would never tell a lie that would hurt somebody. Yeah, he'll be annoying and he's a kid, right? But he is more willing to tell a lie to help someone than he is to tell the truth to hurt somebody. And I think that is an incredible point on the thesis of Luffy versus Kuro. And I don't really get this is the boring arc narrative that is in our comments, because it isn't boring. It's an interesting story. I think that Kuro could be a little bit more interesting if he hadn't hurt Mary, or if he had killed Mary, right? If he hadn't gone halfway on Mary, just because it made him being the planner feel a little bit strange. But the storytelling of that arc is so deep, it's so complex, and the introduction of Usopp is so strong that I kind of can't understand the narrative of this is the worst part of this arc. It was incredibly complicated in a way that was fascinating and made this show so much more than the fun kid show that I thought that we were until we got to Syrup Village. It made it a deep and complicated narrative with real characters who have emotional stakes on top of just the goofy physical stakes of this magical world where they can run impossible distances while they're carved up by giant claws that come out of a pussyfoot technique. You know what I mean? Those things are silly. And if you're going to have those work long term, you have to layer them over the top of emotionally rooted consequences. And you get that when Kaya-san is like, lying hurts. Oh, Usopp's lies? No, lying and saying that I was okay with him leaving. That's a deep emotional idea that is impactful on your audience, and it allows you to know that Usopp wins, but there is an emotional consequence to him leaving this village. And it goes back to the first episode of the Syrup Village arc where I was like, I don't think I'm going to be on board with him leaving. He fits here. He belongs here. He has relationships here and love, and he's rooted here. And the show ripped up those roots, and it did so in a way that made me buy into it. I totally understand why it works, and it's the right choice for Usopp. He needs to grow. He needs to go out into that wild blue yonder. It is a perfect little coming-of-age moment. But the show acknowledges the grief of coming of age in a really smart way by showing the pride and the grief in Kaya in that moment. And so as an arc, it builds the beginning of the show to be, we are going to have fun, we're going to have gun cannons, we're going to have pussyfoot techniques, and we're going to have ridiculousness. We're going to have some violence when Kuro's killing his people. But there is an emotional core to this show, a heartbeat that is tendriling out into all of these narrative pieces and bringing them all together and filling them with life that you buy into because of that arc. And look, this is just all off the top of my head. I didn't plan this out. I didn't write anything down, but I really do think that the reason why this first chunk of the show works is this arc. It's not like the show was good and then this arc was like a departure that I was confused about, and like, it's fun and it's nice that Usopp's on the team, but like, whatever. This is the most important arc so far. This is where the show gets the foundation underneath why you should watch it, why you should keep going with these characters, why their emotional interior lives matter to the audience. And that to me is really successful here. And I will always defend Syrup Village arc, unless these characters become different people and all of this stuff is thrown away. But I can't imagine that it will be. I think that this is here to stay, and I think that this is what the show is. And I think that Syrup Village is where the show becomes what it is. I might be wrong. I haven't seen all of it. And maybe I'll revisit this conversation after I've seen all of it. And I can be like pointing to why I was wrong or right here. But I hope that I'm right, because the show that is built in Syrup Village is a show that I want to watch 1,000 episodes of. Is an emotionally intense and deeply character-driven narrative that I want to go on the ride for. You know what I mean? And so I'm surprised. I don't understand the narrative in my comments that this was boring, because this past episode, this one, the one that it's funny that this is on the reaction to the episode that I think is a little bit more frivolous, but the episodes before it, everything in Syrup Village, I'm so on board for. I'm so on board for Usopp. I love him as a character. I love Luffy now. I love where he comes from. He's so dumb. He's such an idiot, but he's so filled with heart and optimism and joy. I'm like so on board to follow his adventure, all of them. I want to get to know Zoro a little bit better. I want to get to know Nami a little bit better, but I still care about them, and I love where they come from. I love that Nami is not the like traditional female character who is the one trying to get the boys to be better people narrative. I like that they stepped away from that trope and honestly have her be the most like chaotic character in terms of her motivations, and in terms of like, she's the least selfless person. She's the most selfish, I guess would be a better way to say that. And what does that mean for her? And what does that mean for their group dynamic? It's really interesting stuff. And I will defend Syrup Village because this shit was good. This was good TV, and I'm so happy I am finally watching it. If you like this video, like and subscribe to the channel. We'll be back with 4 videos next week as we start I think it's arc 5, but I don't know what it's called. If you like and subscribe, do that. Hit the dislike button. Leave me comments down below if you hate Syrup Village. If you think it's boring, comment so that more people see this video and I can tell more people why I love it, because it was really good. If you want to follow me around the internet, you can. I'm at nerdynightly. But if you don't, come back. Stay here, because there's going to be more One Piece. We're picking up the pace. I want to watch all of this show and inject it directly into my veins. Do something nerdy tonight, y'all.